But what I really didn't like was that this story became not just Mitch and Morrie, it became Mitch, Morrie, and Mitch's girlfriend. And I'm like, where'd that come from? I don't get it. Hey there, welcome back. Tonight we're actually reviewing a film called Tuesdays with Morrie, a book that Ruben and I just actually read, and we had our friend Kenny Completo come and talk to us about it. This film was actually produced and filmed in 1999. It came out, and it's actually a TV film, I believe, Ruben. It starred Jack Lemmon as Morrie Schwartz, Hank Azaria as Mitch Albom, Wendy Moniz as Janine, and then Carolyn Aaron as Connie, Morrie's mother. I'm sorry, Morrie's home nurse. Now, Ruben, I guess I had to come out right off the bat and say I really didn't like the film. And I would say this because I really love the book. And I think you and I have mentioned this before, that sometimes some books shouldn't be made into movies. And this one shouldn't have been, in my opinion. Even though I like Jack Lemmon, I just never pictured Jack Lemmon as Morrie. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure who I picture being Morrie, but it wasn't Jack Lemmon. I thought Hank Azaria did fine as Mitch Albom because he really didn't have to do too much. But what I really didn't like was that this story became not just Mitch and Morrie, it became Mitch, Morrie, and Mitch's girlfriend. And I'm like, where'd that come from? I don't get it. This is supposed to be a story about a young man, an older man, talking about issues because the older man is dying and the young man's healthy, and they're talking about what really matters in life, right? And so I'm not saying you didn't get any of that. There's actually some really cool visuals. I really liked seeing the whole. You really believe that this is a terrible disease, ALS, and he's really suffering. When I say he, I mean Morrie is suffering because of it. And you understand that he has a backstory, which we really didn't get too much in the book. We thought we got some of it, but at least the movie, they show you the visuals. So I'm looking at some of the positives of it, Ruben. But as a whole, I felt like there are a lot of pieces missing. Of course, they had some of Morrie's wisdom put here and there. Sometimes maybe not in the right places like they did in the book. I mean, not the actual places. But as a whole, I would have to say I cannot recommend this film just because I don't know, it just should have been made. I just did not care for it. How do you feel about it, Ruben?
I agree with you 100%. It should not have been made. There's no need to make this film. It's funny. I was just reading an internet comment, not on our video, a different video, but saying that when you have a great book, there's no need to adapt it. But a mediocre book or a satisfactory book are often a good starting point for an adaptation because you can reinterpret it. So if you think about, certain books that have come out, that maybe certain movies that have come out as adaptations, sometimes the movie's maybe not equal to it, but perhaps better. In this case, no need to remake Tuesdays with Morrie. It's all there. I want to slightly differ with you about Jack Lemmon. I thought he, as usual, gives a good performance. I didn't have any problem with him playing Morrie per se, and I had no issue with his performance. Thought it was fine. But you just don't remake this because what makes Tuesdays with Morrie so good is Morrie's philosophy. Yeah, Morrie too, but Morrie giving words of wisdom. Morrie telling Mitch Albom, who wrote the book, hey, it's going to come a day soon when I can't wipe myself. Others are going to do it. So I'm learning to enjoy it. And I have to be ready for it. And Morrie just handling business, handling it, and really teaching us, as well as Mitch, but teaching all of us how to die. It's all here. Why make it into a movie? And I agree with you. The worst part of it is related to, in the movie, it's his girlfriend, but actually he was married to her. So they had to create this false drama of,
yeah.
And Morrie came off, and I don't blame Jack Nicholson. I don't blame Jack Lemmon for this. That'd be an interesting choice.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
But the Morrie in the movie, he sounds like a scold, or he sounds like he's now, Mitch, you must do this. He didn't come off as loving as he did in the book, just as a scold, and it was just a bad move. Didn't care about that side of it like you. I agree.
You know, Ruben,
Don't
I will
like
say one last thing though. The actress who played the girlfriend, like you said in the book, it's really his wife. She actually has done quite a bit, and I like her a lot in a show she's in called Yellowstone. She plays the governor of Wyoming, right? Um, and she does a great job. And sometimes a love interest of Kevin Costner. And she's not a bad actress per se. I just, like you said, just we didn't need that piece that really took time away from the story of Morrie and Mitch and getting to know one another and getting to teach one, really Morrie teaching Mitch. And so, yeah, that's the only piece I want to share. That nothing against her. It's just the way they went about it.
read the book, please, or don't. I mean, you don't have to read the book, but
Yeah.
it's a good.
Well, thanks, Rube. Well, thank you for being with us again here on Pod and Deliver as we review books, we talk to a guest, and of course, like this week, we reviewed the film Tuesdays with Morrie. Have yourself a good night, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.